Welcome back, welcome back to the Soul Speaks podcast. On this podcast, we are letting the soul speak its mind. No more holding back, no more heavy hearts. My yacht wouldn't like that. We are healing divinely over here. This podcast is a safe space, even though it gets messy. The truth is sometimes a mess. As above, so below. Let's get into it. All right. I didn't know how I wanted to come on today because since Leo season, it's really been like a balance for me. I'm battling home life, my life, just me personally, then work life, and it's a lot, especially if you're doing the inner work. You don't realize how much you are handling or doing or planning or clearing until there's emotions that have been repressed and suppressed that come up. You won't really know how much work you've been doing until you actually sit and rest. And now that we are in autumn, we're in fall. For the regular people, we're in fall season. So it's kind of like we're in harvest. There's people, harvesting pumpkins and apples, and we're people who garden. We're harvesting and then we're clearing out the seeds so that we're prepared for next spring. So it's a lot that we're doing, but it's reaping the reward of what we have done previously. And it may not seem like that all the way because there's some things that still come up and we're like, I thought I healed that. I thought I was over that. I thought that was gone. And it's like, no, you just repressed it to the back of your mind, or no, you repressed it to your sacral chakra, or no, you repressed it and blocked your heart from ever experiencing that emotion again. And now that we're going into Libra season, it's time for us to be balanced in all ways: mind, body, soul, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. There needs to be a balance. We've been focused so much about the negative and how do we clear the negative, and I'm gonna protect myself from the negative. Where's the fun? Where's the light? Speaking of my yacht, make sure that during judgment she's looking at the lightness of heart. So that's where the balance comes in. And so I did want to read a little bit from the African Goddesses Oracle deck. Mayat has her own card, and in this card, she has a scale. She has these scales, and on one side she has a feather, and the other side she has a heart. So Goddess Mayat represents alignment, truth, and balance. Her name means order, as her father, Egyptian sun god Ra, rose out of the chaos and put her in charge of divine justice. Reset your harmonic balance. You are out of alignment. The sacred scales command you to give and receive. If you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, you are stuck in martyrdom and out of alignment. Giving and receiving is spiritual law and spell work. Give time, money, service, and resources, and good vibes. If you are a generous giver, cultivate a practice of receiving. Receiving is a sacred feminine principle that makes many uncomfortable. Receive compliments, joy, support, pleasure, friendship, money, and love. They are all the same to spirit. And we can declare this affirmation: I give easily and freely. I receive freely and easily. Now, that really, really, really resonates because I am so used to giving. And I've never been the type to really receive anything. I mean, I can't say I don't receive things. Like, God gives me things all the time. God gives me all the time. And so that's what I'm grateful for that. But when it comes to like the outside world, when it comes to peers and things like that, I don't expect to receive anything from anyone. And I feel like with the new energy that's coming, with the new moon that's on the 25th, but also Libra season starting on the 22nd, I feel like this is the time to change that attitude. Like it said, if you are a giver, let's focus on receiving. And if you are receiving all of the time, it's time to not be selfish and to give. And in a sense, if we are, on the same vibration and have a similar calling from our divine team, 555, wow, changes are coming. We know that the wisdom and information that we have received from our divine team, our angels, spirit guides, the universe, it is time to spread the knowledge. It is time to bring light into the world. It is time for us to show ourselves. It's time for us to love ourselves properly so that we can show the world ourselves properly, the way that the divine has created us to be. And I pulled out some cards from the Soul's Journey deck, and the first thing I got was doubt. We have to stop doubting the gifts that we have been given. We have to stop doubting the situations that have happened in the past. Those past situations have happened. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings were valid. But now that we are in this new book, in this new chapter of this new book, the fact that we have a rebirth, because after the doubt card came death. So first I will read the doubt card. I release the need to know all the answers. This is where the balance comes in. Because yes, we have this certain idea that in the spiritual community, using tarot and certain divination, we can find out the answers and we can prepare and we can do things quote unquote properly, right? But in all actuality, we're in earth school. We're on earth in school. And so we are meant to experience this human experience with emotions and everything that comes along with it. Meaning that some things are just unknown. Some things will be confusing to us no matter how many divination tools we use. Because we are supposed to go into it confused. We are supposed to go into it not trying to plan out every single thing that happens. That's God's job. Yes, there's certain things that you can plan and desire and work towards, but there has to be a balance because you can't do everything. You are not in control of everything. And I know I'm talking to myself here. So, yes. And then death, the death card. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Let's get this straight. There is a lot of things that we have ended. A lot. Mindsets, the way we think about things, the way we feel about our emotions, the way we portray our emotions, the way we project our emotions, our relationships with money and people and ourselves. There was a lot of things that needed to end, and those things were ended. There is no more fork in the road at this point. This is an open canvas for us to draw the road or the path that we need to. If you want to draw it with pebbles, if you want to draw it with bricks, if you want to draw it just a grass path, this is your canvas. And it's time for us to stop doubting that now we are in balance. And energetically, it may not feel that way. I get off and on sometimes where I'm like, yes, we're on the right track. Yes, yes, yes. And then I'm just on the total opposite of that scale. But it's the energetic form that is coming in. I know that great things are happening. I know that things are being balanced. I know that the negativity that was thrown at us is not being thrown anymore. Does that mean that we can't feel it? Absolutely not. Does that mean that the things that we're working on are not working? Not really. We don't really know. We don't really know. But what we have the responsibility to do is be in balance with our spiritual self and our physical self. Stay grounded, but also keep dreaming. Keep manifesting, but also stay realistic. It's really a balance. And like I said, I'm definitely talking to myself, but we have to figure out what that is. What is indulging and overindulging? What is watching a few shows versus binge watching? What's the balance? What's the balance between chilling and being lazy? What's the difference? We do have to find that balance. And that balance starts with lightening our hearts. And we've already been in that energy of lightening our hearts. There's a lot of things that's been done while we're sleeping. There's a lot of things that has been done while we are resting and not sleeping, resting, just being still. And I've been getting that message a lot lately. It's time to be still. Because for many of us, we've been so anxious. Oh, I need to rush. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to make sure my T's are dotted, my I's are crossed. And do you see how backwards that is? It's like, no, the I's need to be dotted, the T's need to be crossed. Relax, slow down, take a breath. Some of us can't even get our words out. Some of us have gotten more words out than we can comprehend. It's about balance. That's what Libra season is all about. Now with the Moonology deck, since we have a new moon in Libra, I would love to read this just to help us understand what we're really doing here. Because I found that with this card it says a new romantic cycle begins, but I feel like that's a new romantic way of looking at life in general. With yourself, with your actual life, who's in your actual life, what you're doing with your actual life, and the future of your life. It's a new romantic cycle. We get to romanticize our life. We get to love our life again. We get to love ourselves again, and in a new way. Give and take could be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. The time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and someone else. A new relationship could be the beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are that this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or your personal life. I do want to add this, your spiritual team. Please make sure that you are consulting with your spiritual team, your divine team, to make sure you are on the right path. Follow your intuition, but consult with your spiritual team because they will sharpen your intuition and your discernment. They won't always give you synchronicities, but they will let you know you are on the right path. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of an issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere. Reach out to someone and let them know that you care, even if this is yourself. I just had to add that in parentheses. Feel more, think less. Pay attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have this new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there is a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants you to bring things back to equilibrium. And I know. What the heck is equilibrium? What the heck is peace? What the heck is balance? What the heck is be still? I know. I don't really necessarily know what that means either. But each and every day we're working towards it. As long as you are being aware of your emotions for the day and being aware of the fact that you are loved by the divine. You have been created on divine purpose. You are no accident. You are not average. You are important divinely. As long as you are aware of that and keep that in your mind, you're going to see the beauty show up in your world. You're going to see the beauty show up in your personal life. You're going to see the beauty show up within yourself. And people will see the beauty radiating off of you. It's a work in progress, and it always takes time to balance things out. But this is for the greater good. This is for the health of us. This is for the health of our children. This is for the health of our grandchildren. This is for the health of the people that we will mentor and empower and motivate and love. This is for the coming together of beautiful soul tribes and soul families and beautiful relationships that stand the test of time. We have already passed our test, so now we just need to battle our mindsets. Balance that battle. Some of that is just the inner critic from the past. Some of that is your intuition telling you what to do to step up, to level up. We have to balance these things. Take account of everything. Think about things and see what needs to be balanced. Do we need to add more weight here, or do we need to add less weight here? Do we need to take a few things off our plate here and add them here? But not doubt. We are being strategic, but we're being strategic not all in our heads. We're being strategic with our hearts as well. It's a balance between logic and emotions this go round, this season. We've been at a place where we've been so logical that emotions couldn't even fit in the room. And we've been in a place where our emotions have washed out any type of logic. We're balancing it now. And it's well deserved. We deserve to enjoy peace, freedom. We deserve to be surprised, whether we like surprises or not. We deserve it. As much as we worked hard to create the balance we couldn't see at the time, the balance is now here. So now we have to sit still and embrace it. And embrace it with love, with compassion. And know that this is the journey to self-mastery. So, this is quick, but that's all I really had to say. Please enjoy Libra season. Enjoy the balance. And honestly, enjoy the imbalance. Notice where there's imbalances and take note, so that we can be prepared for the next seasons moving forward. Because 2023 is going to be amazing. But it's all about the preparation up until. So, stay safe, you all. Stay safe.